And there he is.
Why is Cam Heyward? Why you shake? Don't shake your head. We're excited to have.
Don't butter me up.
Okay. The dulcet tones of Cam Heyward coming up next. Pittsburgh Steeler and the Ohio State great coming up to start off our Super Bowl week from San Francisco. Moments, but it doesn't matter when this guy's just sitting right here on the set. Let's get right to him. Finished up his 15th year in the National Football League, courtesy of his own podcast, Not Just Football with Cam Heyward podcast. Also here, part of the Crucial Catch Initiative. Ladies and gentlemen, Cam Heyward is here. Good to see you, man. How are you?
I'm good.
You like the setup in here?
I love it. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Way cooler than radio.
It's very light. It's light. It's
Did you
airy.
pick this out?
I absolutely did not. I absolutely did not. You'll meet the man back there, James Crittenden. He was around. James Crittenden. You'll meet him. My term for him is he's the lead adult of Rich Eisen Productions.
You gotta have one, right?
Well, the rest of us are children.
It ain't us.
I'm definitely a kid.
Nope.
It's definitely not us. How you doing? Good to see you.
I'm good.
Yeah?
Getting there.
Okay. How you feeling right now? You feel good coming out of year 15?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Had to think about it.
you know what that means? Cam Heyward's coming back, guys.
Yeah.
Cam, he just confirmed it. He's feeling good.
Wow, you're just
If you're
saying that
feeling-
right now.
If you're feeling good 2 weeks right after, 3 weeks after.
Are you coming back?
Where was I going?
I don't know.
Can I tweet that out? Breaking news?
Well, you're back on Disney, so.
That's true. So I'm back. Yes. So I'm coming back. I have planned. I'll use the phrases that the information men and women in our media business. I have plans to come back.
Ooh.
Sources say I am.
Sources?
Sources say.
Who's the source?
Huh?
Yeah.
You're looking at him. And my contract.
There you go.
You know what I mean? And my contract.
Very true.
Yeah. So.
Gotta feed your family, right?
Feeds all of our families.
It's funny because I don't know why this has happened, but my 14-year-old son sometimes talks like a conspiracy theorist.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, yeah, because he's a Patriot fan. He's a diehard Patriot fan.
Wow.
It's a true story. He's
How
coming.
did that
here- coming here
happen?
for the- My wife's from New England.
Okay.
So that was that. Dude,
There you go.
If I was going to grow up, but he's a Michigan kid though. He has 100% has the forces of good on the last Saturday of November.
Oh,
What I'm
Kid
saying.
needs to start hanging out with some Ohio State Buckeyes.
Okay. Well, I'm going to keep him away from you. But at any rate, he'll say stuff like, "Oh, the reason why the Chiefs win is because Roger Goodell wants the Chiefs to move on, and Taylor Swift is better for the league if she's on TV." And I just who are you? Where do you get this stuff from? You're not getting it from Dad. And then I point to the roof. I'm like, "You see that roof? That roof." It's a good roof, isn't it?
I'm just saying,
Put the roof
if
over
that's
your head.
true, who do I need to talk to make how can I make sure my career ends on the right note?
Right. So, I don't know. Roger Goodell is walking around here, so.
Is he? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll set up a dinner.
Pretty much. I'll set one up for you. Our radio audience is about to return. We're here on the Rich Eisen Show in downtown San Francisco. You could see people jaywalking behind me. Just let them be. Let them be. They're just trying to cross the street.
Well, that was actually
That
Chris's
was
son
actually my
walking
son
by.
walking by.
I love it. We're back here on the Rich Eisen Show on our radio simulcast on ESPN Radio, as well as Sirius XM Channel 80 and our Disney Plus and ESPN feeds, courtesy of the Crucial Catch Initiative and Not Just Football with Cam Heyward podcast. Cam Heyward, 7-time Pro Bowler, finished up season 15 right here on the program. You're sitting next to the Vince Lombardi Trophy. I don't know if you've noticed that, just sitting right here. What would it mean to you is that why you keep coming back? Yeah. This baby in between us right
One
here?
of the reasons. I think we all want to be at the top of the mountain.
Yeah.
I've accomplished a lot, but that's one thing that's kind of eluded me to this point.
Right. And what would it mean for you to have this thing?
When you get quick gratification, but I think it would just culminate to the work you put in for all those years, and it would let me know that the decisions I've made for my family to keep playing, they're all justified.
How many kids do you have?
3.
3. How old are they?
10, 8, and 6.
Okay, man.
The boy is. He got in trouble while I was gone.
What happened?
He was chasing my daughter.
And he's the 10 or the 8 or the?
He's the 10.
Okay.
And he looks like he's 19.
Big as you already.
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
He's like you've seen the Robin Williams movie, Jack. he's like that in school. He's so much bigger than everybody else.
Okay.
And I was too. But he was running after my daughter, and he tried to stick his arm out and stop the door. Ended up punching the door, so now there's a big hole in the door. And like, he didn't tell me. He was talking to my wife, and he was like, "Have you told Dad yet?" And I was like, "She told me. Just get ready for when I get home." He's after his sister.
It's true. He might have the grades to get into Michigan, is my point.
We'll have better grades. We don't worry about getting into Michigan. We're going to pass it off to somebody else.
Come on now. Herb Street sent his kid to Michigan. You know what I mean?
I don't know what Herb Street was doing. I got to talk to Herb Street about that.
He's giving his kid a great education and an exposure to a terrific.
He's going to enter the transfer portal and make his way over to Ohio State.
We're breaking news here with Cam Heyward on the Rich Eisen Show. What do you think of this Super Bowl matchup?
I think it's really fun. One, you got a really good defense. You got two really good defenses with really good fronts. With Seattle has Leonard Williams and Byron Young.
Right.
And then you have New England, who has Milton Williams and Christian Barmore, who all of these D linemen I have a lot of respect for. But, you know, you have a mobile quarterback in Drake May, and, you know, you see the resurgence of Sam Darnold. So I love this game as a defender, and, you know, I'm glad that it's good weather for everybody.
So, is it tough because you're not in it? You don't want to talk about it or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have this dream that I play out in my head where, like, the game just gets canceled for some odd reason. And
Well, that wouldn't be very good for anybody. You know, we got to get
good for me. No champion.
No champion. Yeah. So did you watch any of the playoffs or not really?
I started watching the championships, but the divisional round I was kind of checked out.
You were still, what were you, pissed, angry, or
pissed, angry, sad. You know, I went through it all, especially with Mike T retiring. That was just very abrupt.
Okay, so if you don't mind, walk me through that.
He probably told you before he told me.
Actually, I did not know about it whatsoever.
We talked to him the week before.
I know you definitely knew,
I know I didn't.
and you didn't tell me. I'm heartbroken.
Well, here's the thing, though, Cam. You know, it surprised me because I just know what you live, and that's why I'd love for you to give some voice to it. Is guy just loves coaching.
Yeah.
So the idea that he's like, yeah, I'm done here, and I'm just not going to coach this year.
Yeah.
Really stunned me, that because he just loves chopping it up with somebody like you and your colleagues and being out there and the challenge and all of that. But, you know, what was it like when you walked into that meeting room, you know, when he told you and the team, if you don't mind taking me into that room?
I was the last one to get in the room because I was handling an MRI before. And so everybody thinks I had talked to him. I hadn't had a chance to talk to him. And so I get into the room, and I'm looking at my player grade sheet, you know, going through the plays, and like, he's going to go through, you know, what exit meetings are, and, you know, set up times with all your coaches to talk. And then he starts talking, and he says, you know, I think it's time to step down. And I was like, did I just hear this right? Like, Mike T's about to step down? And I think we were all just in shock by it. You know, you could hear a pin drop, and everybody was in there, and you know, I got a chance to talk to him after that day, but, you know, I just told him, like this shocked me. And, you know, to happen so abrupt, I felt like I had failed him in that moment.
What do you mean?
Well, just we never got to reach the pinnacle of success like we always talked about.
Huh. Right. So you had paperwork in your hands that indicated business as usual.
Yeah, well, that's from your your assistant coaches and everything.
Right,
so.
but it still is an assistant coach that you're thinking is going to still be your assistant coach because your head coach is still your head coach. Yeah. And then words come out of his mouth that you probably never thought you'd ever hear out of his mouth.
I thought I was going to beat him to the punch, you know, retire before him, and it was really shocking.
Is he retired, though? Do you really think? Like, done? Do you really?
He's having a lot of fun. You know, he's got that glow of just like not having the weight on his shoulders. We've been talking about his daughter. She's playing at UGA. And
he was there within 24 hours watching her.
And you just see like he's excited about it, and we talk about it, and, you know, he loves being a parent. And I think, spending that time and being a husband again is really huge for him right now.
So he's going to just, again, I'm sorry to put you in a position of speaking for him.
I can't do that.
No, I know that, and he's going to have to speak for himself. But
Yeah.
it just stuns me that he's just going to I'm just going to see the world. I'm going to travel the globe.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get out of the game. But after a while, he's
got a hunger for it. That's
you know what I mean?
That's the problem. That dude loves to break down tape, and he's a historian when it comes to the game. He'll be watching film, and it might not apply to us, but he's just a fan of the game. And so bundle that up of not doing anything for a year. It's going to be hard to, pass up that itch once it gets to that point.
Right. Is he going to be on your pod with you or something like that? Are you going to do a meet?
I think so.
Do you have him on it? There's a new
I told him
with Cam Heyward and Mike Tomlin podcast.
I told him, I said, don't you do Ben or Kuntz's pod first. I need that interview. And so he laughed, but we'll see.
Right. And your perspective, I asked you about this a couple of weeks ago when you were kind enough to zoom in towards the end of the regular season about you strolling off the field with Mike and Aaron.
He gave a lot more of an answer. I was surprised by that.
When you saw when I asked him about it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there it is. That's the three of you guys, walking off a field in victory right here.
It's funny. I remember this conversation. We were talking about practice for the next week.
What do you mean?
And making sure that we had all the guys in on Monday to go through everything and just really hit the ground running. This was after the Detroit game. It was all debacle at the end of that game, but me, Aaron, and Mike T were just like, man, we gotta keep cooking with gas and get ready for the next game. But we always have intimate conversations about whether the game or the next week, and those two guys are pretty special.
Yeah, you bonded well with Aaron this year?
Been texting him. It's been fun to text him out of the season, and we talk about things. But no, those two men have made this game pretty special.
Okay, so you eventually got past the, come on, Aaron, make your decision.
I didn't say that.
Come on, Aaron.
I didn't say that.
You basically pointed at your watch and say, do you want to be a Steeler or not?
Are you just trying to show off your watch now?
Yes.
Wow, look the flex. Show him the watch.
No, no.
Show him the watch.
No, I don't need to
Come on, big money.
See,
Brockman and I were talking about your watch you had last night.
Do you see what he's doing? See what he's doing? He's deflecting.
He's deflecting.
But that's the sign of a true media professional.
Yeah.
Is what that is.
Truth.
I think you should FaceTime Aaron Rodgers right now.
Oh, yeah.
He's probably
a FaceTime guy.
2 of Enigma right now, so he's getting a little busy.
He's in what? What did you say?
Well, he had a show on Netflix, so he's probably shooting season 2.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
I'm kidding.
No, but you guys got along very well,
Yes.
and it seemed like everything, in the locker room, and it was like he'd been there for years. It's the way it seemed like, just the way you played and then communicated with each other. It seemed like.
Well, I think for our team and what he was used to, he loved accountability, and he wanted to be accountable, but he also wanted to hold others accountable. And as a team, we love that. You don't have to sugarcoat it. You can say how you feel. But we're all trying to get here to get better.
Well, he's out of everything to give at this point in time. At this part of his career, it's either he wants to do it, and in the manner in which he wants to do it, or not. Not that it's just he can't be collaborative, but I mean he's
collaborative. But
what does he have to hold back on?
The thing I love is he gives back to the game. The time he spends with Mason Rudolph and Will Howard.
Yeah.
He is a true teammate where. It's not just about him. He's teaching guys of how I go about my business, how I get better, and I think it benefits all 3 of them.
Well, how is Will Howard? How is your guy? How's your national champion quarterback?
He's good.
Yeah,
he's good.
He picked some stuff up, you think?
I think so. I don't think it was the season he was expecting, but
well, he got hurt.
Yeah, and nobody expects that, but
right.
I think he learned a lot. And I think he got better. We saw him a lot during practice towards the end of the year, and he was, trying to make some impressive plays.
Okay. Before we get to your pod and the Crucial Catch initiative, where are you in terms of your future? What are you thinking?
I'm right here.
Okay. Do you want to keep playing? Do you want to keep playing? Do you want to keep playing? Or
I'm working on that.
Okay. Is it a money thing and a contract thing?
It's not
okay,
that.
okay.
It is more just about where I'm at and kind of just decompressing after the season. That was that whole week of Mike T and everything. It kind of threw me for the biggest loop. My mom and my brothers, they were all checking in on me. I'm like, I just need to shut up right now. I don't need to say much. And, even on the pod, I was just like, I can't talk about this stuff because I'm not ready to.
So then will you then indulge me on this, if you don't mind, Cam Heyward, to give voice to the player who needs to decompress and go through some things and think things out? Because some fans are like, you either want to play football or not. Like, do you want to still do it or not? And Matthew Stafford, right? I mean, it's just like, hey, man, that was an incredible season. You could be the MVP. I mean, I think we're going to see him here tomorrow night and accept the award on the stage at Honors.
He balled this year.
Right. So, but it's just like, what do you got to think about? Like, what can you give voice to the decompression part of this thing and why it's necessary?
Yeah, first I go back into dad mode. Like, I get to take my kids to school or at least walk them to the bus stop because they don't want me to drive them to school. And so they get embarrassed by me already.
Okay.
But, I get to be a dad and I get to be a husband again. And, they make sacrifices throughout the year where I'm, like, unavailable physically, emotionally, mentally, you name it. And then I just kind of turn that back on. But it's like, put my body through that, trying to spend extra time watching film. 15 years is 15 years. It's not like, I'm a spring chicken, but, still trying to craft and still trying to get better. All these things go into mind. And is it good for my family for me to keep playing?
Right.
They want to see me not just now, but years from now. And, I got to make sure I take care of my body. Okay.
So these are the things that you start thinking about. And then Mike McCarthy calls in the middle of it and says, hey, right?
Yeah.
That's how, is that an accurate timeline here? Have you spoken with him yet?
I talked to him when I was actually in the airport. And, we chatted and, you could sense, like, the love he has for Pittsburgh and the way he's
the real deal.
Well, his brother lived across the street from me and welcomed me into my house. I'm still in now. I remember talking to Mike about it, and I was just being like, I got a chance to know your brother, and I was very thankful because they were like the first nice neighbors next to me. So, then now seeing him and watching him from afar and have a lot of success he did, especially on the offensive side of the ball, should be pretty interesting.
Okay, and everyone's now thinking that Aaron's coming back because he's there. What do you think of that?
Well, you want me to say either you want to be a Pittsburgh Steeler or not? No, I'm not doing that. No.
Well, he might beat you to the punch, say I'm playing, and then call you up and say the same thing. Because I guarantee you this, Cam Heyward.
What do you guarantee?
If Aaron Rodgers decides in a new league year timely fashion, to say I am playing with the Pittsburgh Steelers, I have a deal, I'm happy with it. Mike McCarthy and I are going to go riding into week one together. One of the first people he's calling to say, "Are you coming back as you?" Wouldn't you say? Like he would be basic, or you might have already had that conversation with you, if I'm not mistaken.
Aaron's probably worried about other people coming back. It's not just me. I think you got to get a guy like Kenneth Walker. Not Kenneth Walker. Why is it Kenneth Gainwell?
Right.
I got Seattle on the mind, but Kenneth Gainwell, our team MVP this year, who balled out. That's a guy that a lot of people really like in our locker room, and there's some offensive pieces that he wants too, because. If you're not just going to play this game to play this game, you want to play at a high level.
You tend to win it. Yeah. You're not coming back at age 42 to just, just get through the season healthy. And you're not coming back for season 16 to do the same thing either.
I'm not trying to play patty cake. Just with you, though.
I love it. How you're loving your pod? You're loving doing that too?
Well, I got you on the pod, so.
Well, I'm a guest anytime you need. You know that.
Right now, let's go.
Let's do it.
You're busy.
Got mine, yeah.
You got Frank Caliendo waiting over there.
That's true. I do have 2.5 hours to go. Are you doing your pod here?
I am.
Okay.
I'm doing it. And guess who we've got on all week with us?
Who you have?
Joey Porter.
Oh. Hey. Okay.
And I told him who we're getting on. He got really excited.
Okay. Now, speaking of Seattle Super Bowls.
Yes.
Super Bowl, this is Super Bowl 60. I can't believe it's Super Bowl 40, right? Like, that's 20 years ago. We were, NFL Network, we were 2+ years old. This is our 3rd Super Bowl we're covering. And the first 2 were Patriots Super Bowls, like Patriots versus Carolina, Patriots versus the Eagles, and there really wasn't much going on. I mean, the Eagles had their own stuff with T.O. and McNabb and the vomiting and all that sort of business and T.O.'s comments, but that was after the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Super Bowl weeks were quiet. And then Super Bowl 40, and Joey Porter goes at Jeremy Stevens, right? Is that who it was? Was it Jeremy Stevens?
Yep.
He went in, and it lit up Super Bowl week. It was the only thing everybody talked about was Joey Porter, Joey, Jeremy, Jeremy, who used his hands to say he was better than him. He was the star of that week. And everyone was focused on Jerome Bettis coming back to Detroit, and, here's Dick LeBeau, and they're wearing the jerseys for him, all of that business. But it was Joey Porter, man, all Super Bowl week.
Joey is a character and loves to be the alpha male. And so it's going to be fun because we're going to get him to interact with Adam Pac-Man. Too.
Okay.
So,
oh my goodness,
there's a story behind that Cincinnati game. So, can't wait to stir up some trouble.
See, you know how it works.
Getting there.
And then it's pretty cool. We got that. Put that picture up, if you don't mind, Mike Hoskins just mentioned. Look at that, man, at Super Bowl 40 with one of your current teammates.
A little Joey. Big old head.
Dude.
I'm one to talk, but.
That was unbelievable. I will never forget that. That Super Bowl. It was pretty big for us because Cowher was the first coach to ever visit us after a game. Yep. Yeah, because Belichick the first 2 years went straight to ESPN, walked right past the NFL Network set. We're like,
damn.
One day. One day.
Look where you've
Oh, I can fill stories for you with Joey Porter in that day, and that was an incredible game. Yeah. Obviously, big time Steelers stuff.
A lot of Seattle Seahawks think like that game was rigged.
Let me tell you something.
They get very protective of that game.
Well, I'll also tell you this, is that Matthew Hasselbeck, the quarterback of the Seattle Seahawks, he will be the first to start talking that way. I'm sure that's who you're laughing about, right? So we always used to have Mike Pereira, the head of NFL refs, on NFL Total Access right after the Super Bowl. But he didn't appear the week after that Super Bowl because he went on vacation. And so I saw Hasselbeck at the Pro Bowl, and he goes, where was Mike Pereira after the Super Bowl? You didn't want to talk about, they were pissed about Big Ben didn't score. His helmet creased the goal line, not the football. After the interception, Hasselbeck got called for blocking below the waist. It was another 15-yard penalty. And, of course, there was the holding penalty that really, really lit him up. Yeah. Did I name all 3 of them 20 years later? Mm-hmm. Pretty much. And so he was calling it, you know what, I'm going to talk, Hasselbeck was all over me. He says, like, you know what we're going to do? We're not going to call it NFL Network anymore. We'll call it the NFL's Network. Ooh. And he really laid into me. And you're telling me 20 years later they're still pissed, huh?
Still pissed. My editor is actually a big Seahawks fan, and we were ribbing back and forth, and he was just like, well, you guys didn't win that game. I'm like, I wasn't even playing. Like, you need to calm down. I can't take credit for that.
Where were you in 2005?
I was like, oh, man, I was in middle school.
You were middle school?
Middle school.
Yeah. You had Buckeye dreams at that time.
I did.
Yeah, and then listen, and there's a lot of Seattle fans that, again, even though they beat Denver in the Super Bowl in MetLife in New Jersey, that was just one of them that obviously that they would love to have. Yeah. So that's what a lot of people think, that they're coming in with a chip on their shoulder. So,
but none of those guys were there.
I know that.
It's a brand new team.
I know. It's fans though. That's what the fans are. The Crucial Catch Initiative. I'll give you the floor on. We were talking about it last night. There was an event at the pop-up Rayo's here in town, and the commissioner was there, and it was beautiful. They were talking about how through the Crucial Catch Initiative, they're closing in on 850,000 pre-screenings that are happening. The numbers are going up because of what the league's been up to with this program.
Yeah, I think we've all been affected by cancer. My family, my dad. I've had people who've had breast cancer that are still dealing with it. But we all have somebody that's affected. But we also need to make sure we get early education and, get screened earlier. And so partnering with them, I just want to be a conduit to make sure I can help out.
NFL.com/crucial catch. Everybody just go there and, obviously to find the nearest cancer screening center and additional screening resources near you. Catching it early means the biggest, what a big difference it is. And I imagine you'll be at honors tomorrow night.
I'm not. I'm
You're
taking
You're
the
out.
year off. They didn't want me.
What do you mean?
Want me?
But they're giving out the Walter Payton Man of the Year award.
Eric Armstead should be giving that thing out.
Okay. Is he doing it?
I don't know. Okay. I don't make the show. The producers do.
By the way, if I were you, I'd have that patch on every ounce of clothing I would wear.
Would you?
I would. Yeah. I'd let everyone know.
I always forget to wear it. I love wearing it. Like,
what do you mean you forget to wear it?
I have like a pin.
Okay.
And they actually give me like 30 different pins.
Yeah.
Tracy Perlman hooked me up, but like I always forget to put them on.
And so she's probably watching going, where's the pin?
I know.
That's one person. She and Mike T are two people you don't want to disappoint, by the way.
Yes.
Who love the sport. So, for sure. It's great to see you.
Great to see you as well.
Thank you for being here, as always.
Thank you for having me.
And here anytime, man. Anytime.
Well, I love watching. I love when you had Seth Rollins on, too, and he was filling in for you.
Yep.
Did a great job, but, you always kill it, and the guys are always great as well.
Would you ever want to fill in?
If you would let me.
What do you mean? Would I let you? I would.
I don't know. I don't think you won't want me to take this over. This becomes an Ohio State podcast then, or Ohio State show. Do you want that in your life?
Yeah, that's because it's you being genuine. If that's the way you want to operate,
You're supposed to wear a jersey. We talked about this.
No.
Yes, we made a bet.
No, we didn't.
Last time.
Here we
did.
Here we
Yes.
go.
You did.
No, we
You said you were going to wear a Ohio State jersey.
I need to see the tape
your
because
show.
that is not true.
Yeah.
I would never do that. I've done that so many
You've
times.
done it a few times.
done it.
No, I would never do that ever
Yes, you
again.
will.
No,
Yeah.
I would not.
You were so smug. Yo, do you want to make a
Smug?
bet? Do
No, I
you
didn't.
want to wear Michigan stuff too?
I did that 4 years in a row. I did that 3 years in a row. The fourth year, I wasn't so confident. And
Yes,
then we didn't. Boy, the walk-on quarterback going into your house? Come on now. Go check your own pod that I came on. I gave Jack Sawyer so much crap,
You did.
man. I did.
You did.
And then I'm glad I did it, before the game as opposed to being on with him after. But of course, you can come on, make it whatever you want.
All right.
And if you do all the Ohio State stuff, it's okay. There's always disinfectant for the deck. I just wipe it clean.
Rich.
What?
You
what's
like
the matter?
Columbus too, probably too.
Yes.
Have you been to Columbus? Besides for like a game?
Nope. Never once. I flew into it once and then
He's
drove
eating
out
a
of-
Buckeye.
Why would I want to go there?
Because you would actually love it.
I'm sure I would. If it's like any other college campus, I would.
Well, like I had.
Maybe I should go there with you.
You should. I will give you a great time.
Okay. You know all the spots, all the great places.
It's changed a lot, but I can work around. I
Okay.
can make things happen.
All right.
Just for you.
But the first things first, if you want to come guest host the show, 100%.
I would love to.
Because, my home is yours, always.